So if you are looking for the best way to either farm CP or just gain a lot more CP than normal, the first thing I'm going to do is explain to you how it works and then the method above. So you can see here, right here, we got 385,800 CP to be deducted. Now we've managed to gain 1.5 million, so take away with say 400,000, we're getting 1.1. Now, we can actually remove that deduction to earn more, and I have got a premium and a normal booster from which I'll explain where I got them and how they work. So, start off with the boosters. Now, you can get these boosters from the challenges. For example, in your daily ones, there are none there, but you can see all the CP that's here available for you if you want to grind it online. The method I'm going to be showing you is offline only, but you can see here, for the login, you get yourself a ×5 CP booster for free. And if you were to just play one game or play several ranked games, even though there's only one, you get a 3-day premium, right? So what you want to do is go ahead and just get the ranked game out of the way, get the premium booster. If you don't want to do that and you really don't want to play online, you can actually just go to the market, go to items, and you can buy a 1-day premium booster for 130 and 30 games of CP match booster for 99. So there is ways to do that, and that's indicated in the top left, right? Once you have done that, or you can do this without boosters as well if you don't want to, go ahead and click in the left analog stick so it comes up with this menu, and you are going to disable the stamina recovery. So you can see here, all of my players here are going to be on the pitch. Now, imagine the game we just played had all of these players on without the stamina recovery. What you are going to do is set up your substitute, so swap out every single player in the positions that you can. All of the positions available. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Swap all 7 players onto the pitch and rotate 7. So that means all you need then is to have 4 reserves with a goalkeeper, and then you are ready to go. So you can see here, we've almost switched everybody out. We just need to swap out Courtois, Fofana, Rabiot, and of course, our Gravenbach, as well as Locatelli. So we've got a few... No, sorry, Gravenbach, that's the way to do. So with my reserves here, we are just going to go ahead and bring on my Longstaff. He's going to come on for Gravenbach. My Rabiot, anyone can play there, it doesn't matter. So we are going to use this 56 rated player. And now we just need to swap the goalkeeper, and we can go ahead and do that. Now, this isn't just stopped here. There is other ways to do this. So you could, if you wanted to give XP to other players while leveling them up. Say, for example, you're really close to leveling up Courtois or Gravenbach or Rabiot. You can swap them for some players on the bench. So, for example, Casemiro I'm not interested in. Van de Ven I'm not interested in. I could level them up. But as long as you're swapping the 11 every single time, you can basically use both to farm. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and give a skill point on to our defender. And now we are going to go ahead and use this 11 players you see on the screen. Once I've completed the match, I'm going to swap out all of the players for all the players that I've just mentioned to then go ahead and boost that. So we're going to go back into playoffs, and we do get an extra reward as well. If I move my camera out of the way, you can see here, we get this reward on top. So we're going to go into this game with the auto recovery turned off, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this game. So let me go ahead and do that. So we won that game. Doesn't matter about the score, winning, losing, or drawing. We are just looking to get our maximum CP. Now, don't forget, if you've already won your 4 games of the day in playoffs, you can go ahead and do what you need to do. You can see here, we get ourselves a player upgrade. And also with this method as well, we are leveling up our players. Even our bench players are being leveled up. And you can see there the energy withdrawn. Only our starting 11, so this part here that you see, has -20. The bench has not been affected. So even if you don't have the extra players, you can also do that. And as you can see here, from above us, it has been disabled, and then we get ourselves 801,000 CP as our base. The booster is going to be the CP booster, and then the premium is the daily premium booster. So long as you do the rank challenge, you get the 3 days. At a minimum, you'll get 1.2 million CP every game. If you don't have any boosters, it's 800,000 per game. Plus, we are getting a little bit of our RP boosted, as you can see here. And now, if we go back to our team, there's the win. If we go back to our team here, all we have to do is just swap these players over, and then we can go ahead and stick in the next team. And then we don't have to recover anyone's fitness. And when we go back to rank, we can go, okay, that's ready to go again. And vice versa, you can go round and round. Now, you can probably get away with 1 or 2 games. You can see here, CP per person is quite expensive. But you can probably go like 1 or 2 games without having to change if you really wanted to. But it's just an idea. So all I'm going to do now is swap all these players over, and I'll be back when all these players have been swapped over. So there we go. Our entire 11 has been changed, and now we can go straight back into the next game. progress a little bit more in playoffs, and then gain another 1.2 million, 1.5 million, or 800,000, depending on what you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this last game and just show you that's how it works. But that's essentially the method. Just go ahead and just have 2 teams. Now, like I say, if you don't have a lot of reserves, just make sure you have 7 players, which is your substitutes, and you can just swap them over. Most important position is going to be goalkeeper, but at the end of the day, go ahead and do what you want. And you can use this to basically use the method I mentioned yesterday with the XP boosting, and you got a CP and an XP method that you can combine together. So let me go ahead and meet you at the end of this game. So we completed the second game with our second team, or main teams. Call it Team 1 and Team 2. Now we completed them both. You can see here, we're going to get the same XP, everything else that we got beforehand. Our players are leveling up as well. And then on top of this, we are not losing any of the CP from deduction. And we're gaining around the same amount, between 700,000 to 800,000 as a base, and then the boost on top. But what's more important is we are grinding RP pretty easily. And you can see there, we're into our final. If we win that, we get our extra reward as mentioned. Now, if we head back over to the team, you can see here that nobody in my team is super tired, apart from Godfrey, who's got the lowest. But again, look, Fofana went from having 80 energy at the bottom of the screen here to 97. So recovered 17 while not using them. So like I say, do 2 games and then rotate. That's the best way to do it. And then just keep going through when doing that. And then once you've done doing this method, what you can do after that is just go ahead and have a look at basically turning on your auto recovery if you want when you go back online. You see that you're going to have to pay the difference. So what I'd recommend you do is just build these players up. And you can see here in reserve, they get recover much quicker. So if you're looking to recover some players really quick, for example, Godfrey, we're not going to use the next game. Bring on another centre back, for example. And you're just going to keep doing that every single time. And the same for my goalkeeper. As long as you're putting the goalkeeper in reserve, you get quick recovery that way. And then before you know it, you will have yourself the full recovery of your team. But any questions, comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next UFL video.